We're back. Part 2 of the wide body. Gotta get my smoothie. I got all types of cords to get right. And I left the car aired up last night, which is a no-no, because you don't want condensation building in the line. So I guess I can be kind of glad the temperature hasn't changed much. It's still kind of cool, so that probably helps. But let's get into what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna try to finish up this piece here later on. I think right now I'm gonna go ahead and move to this side of the car, get this jack back, and we're gonna do the same thing we did the other time, is start fitting all the pieces on with a bunch of tape. I'm gonna wipe down the car a bit more so the tape can adhere better, and get these lights on, and then basically get all the pieces fitted and make sure that they line up with body lines and their lines. And then from there, we'll just go ahead and start getting the hardware out and drill out the kit. And once we drill out the kit, we will start installing the kit. So my goal today is, hopefully, I'm not promising, that we actually get through both side skirts, both quarter panels, both secondary quarter panel side skirt pieces, and the rear bumper pieces, which would mean we are completely installed from the doors all the way back, leaving the front fenders. Got the side skirt out. Gonna get ready to remove the protective tips on here. Measure 30 times, tape 30 times before you start drilling anything, and just be sure that way your margin for error is very small. Therefore, your ability to correct something is not so elaborate. So let's get started with this. Side skirt is temporarily held in place. Now I'm gonna go get the rear quarter panel and get that lined up. Quarter panel on, pretty much taped up. Back here I'm a little loose because I might make some changes, but my key thing I want to check is, do the fender line here and here line up? And I want them to feel pretty flush, because when you look from the side, you don't want to see a lip or a step here. Well, it started snowing. Good thing I got the garage. We're working in here. Right off, this front fender seems to fit more like snug than the other fender seemed to have fitted. Another thing that I did notice that I need to do is, I put me a note right here to drill this first. As you see, this gap closes more up this way up front, so it's riding a little high on the OEM side skirt, so I will bring this down. But if you notice, the lines pretty much line up with the fender and the skirt, so I'll bring this down some to make sure I still have a gap there, although not the same width from back to front. But if it's like this, it's definitely noticeable. So I'll move this down some, and I'll drill this pilot hole first, that way that is set, and then I may put a cleco here as I go and drill the rest. And then there will be a slight variation, a slight step here. But as you see, as we go back, that step starts to disappear. So that's just the way it is. But the gapping back here is pretty good. So I'm going to drill this one first, and then I will drill, because if you notice the little shift right there in the rear, all right, so there's some shift back here. So I want to drill this one first and then kind of see what that little nudge up does right here. And it just moves it up ever so slightly. All right, but I'm still on the side skirt, and actually it moves it up a little bit more flush. So I'm still on the side skirt. The line is still gonna be good. And then I will come back here, drill this one next, and then drill everything else in between, because it should be lined up from point B from point A. All right, so that's the way I'm going to attack this. Now I will go ahead and get the front bumper piece and just kind of see how that one fits compared to the other side. And then from there, I will go ahead and make sure that the secondary side skirt piece, which is really part of the quarter, lines up. And then after that, we're drilling holes and getting this kit installed from here. I don't know what I'm thinking is going to have to happen in this area, but I'm going to let Oscar confirm that, because he has an expounding amount of experience doing shit like this. Like, Oscar does TJ Hunt's cars, he does high-end customer cars, he does all the Street Hunter kits that come his way. He does wide bodies on Subis, wide bodies on Vets, the new Vets, the Lambos. Like, he does wide bodies beyond wide bodies, so he will know when he sees that, like, yo, that's some shit that comes with the territory, and yeah, it's gonna have to be built. Finally, shit, I had to end up dremeling out, the last hole in the very corner. Just a little bit off after kind of putting the other pieces in place, but there we are, not bad. This is something that can probably be handled by the body shop or not. You know, we'll have to see how that goes. But other than that, you know, they could build up this little section and kind of made it. There we go, right there. That's acceptable gap to me. Definitely something the body shop could do something with if they choose. I don't think it's really necessary. And all pieces are on with the hardware, so you get an idea in partial view of the rear kit. All right, so now it is time to go here, get this side buttoned up. Got the side skirt drilled out, got the OEM side skirt drilled and prepared. Now I'm about to finish attaching the side skirt. Then we'll put this piece on. Then we'll move to the quarter. And then that is it for the day probably. and we'll come back for another episode and hopefully have this entire kit on its tail end of being finished. The quarter panel is drilled along with the body, so I have my pilot hole. So now I'm gonna take the panel off, drill the panel for the hardware, take that and downstairs and put it on something to support it because I don't want to crack it. Then I will come back out and I will do some time lapse of me drilling the body and attaching the rivets, and then we'll put this panel on. Hopefully the wife and I held it in place good enough to where nothing really shifted. If so, it shouldn't be all but like a few thousandths of an inch or so. I can always go in there and, you know, make some wiggle room. So that's the good thing. Other than that, I've done as much as I could do on 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th, 20 times checking this rear bumper panel. And with the alignment now, it's like, it's not going to get any better. There's definitely material, like I said, missing. So I got to, you know, figure out. But the sooner I get done with this, the sooner I can just sit down, lay down, and just come up with a plan on what I'm going to do there. Then I am going to test the bumper panels again off camera. But after we do this, we'll be done for this part and we'll come back for part 3. Got the panel attached. There it is. Hardware. Now I do have rubber gaskets that go in here to, when this is finally painted, to keep these off the paint, but they're in there. We don't need to use them right now because we're going to end up pulling this whole kit off when we're finished getting everything fitted, and then we're going to go inside of here. But right now, now that I actually have this panel installed, like not permanently, but you know, fixed as it is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and try this panel again and see where I'm ending up. And that way now I know like what I need to do to this panel to make that panel. But as far as this episode, we are done. So we have, look at that. Look at the width on that baby. That's going to be nice. As you can see, the wheels are way in there. But the new wheels that I had made, custom SSRs, will fit nicely. I honestly wanted to go ahead and like get them on today once I got both of these sides pretty much like this, just to get an idea of what it's going to look like from the back with this ass that got fat. But we'll have to wait for that, and that's cool because there are other important things to do. So like I always say, just build it. I'm finna clean up. Peace.